me that's in the fucking movie. I took something he said and put it into somebody else's mouth. I was telling him what I felt. I said, look, man, I don't mean to bum you out. I know he's your boss, but like, I don't know if it exists anymore, man. Like, fucking, what's the difference between God and Zeus and Apollo? Like, just a good publicist at this point. Like, I don't know if I believe in any of this anymore. And I get emotional about it because it's a big part of who I was, a big part of my foundation. Suddenly I'm sitting there going, I don't believe in any of this shit anymore. Who am I? And so the guy goes, he's a beautiful thing, he summed it up well, and I stole it and put it in the movie. He goes, well, you can't think about your faith like as something that's done. Like, it's never done. He's going, think about, like, he held up a glass. He was like, you got a glass. See how small this glass is? He's going, I could fill that glass very easily. That's you as a child. And I was like, this sounds dirty, Father. I don't want you talking about sex with children. But he's like, you fill this glass with fucking water, easily done. When you get older, the glass gets bigger, and the same amount of liquid is not going to fill the larger glass. Periodically, you've got to refill the glass yourself if it means that much to you. So that has struck me, and I was like, oh man, thanks. And that was the beginning of Dogma. I started writing kind of around that notion and shit. And then, you know, at the end of the movie, or now years later, I look at it and go, yeah, that was all the shit that I believed then. And that the script came from a place of me struggling to hold on to my Catholicism, but the movie is actually, you know, me letting go of my Catholicism, I guess, if you want to look at it like that.
You forgot to add that what he said was, when you get older and that glass is bigger, you have to refill it with cum.
I'm sorry, I left that part of the story out. Just so I can tell it to kids and whatnot. But yeah, so that's where it came.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, you're welcome. All right, who else? We'll grab a few more and then we'll let you guys get out of here. It's been a long night.
I just wanted to join the party and thank you for coming back to Columbus again.
No, don't just point at people and scream in the middle of the show. It's weird. Thanks for having us. I loved being here the last 2 times. I kept telling him, it was so funny because when we came out here the first time, they put us in a fucking house.
Yeah,
I mean, we talked about it.
Yeah.
We were fucking, me and Moshe were like, they put us up in a house and someone cooked for us. Yeah, nobody's ever treated us this nice.
You guys were singing Family Ties.
And what else? We sang Family Ties.
The suburbs.
So when I came back, I would tell him, I was like, there's this place in Columbus, man, where they put you up in a house, they give you a cook, and you can sing Family Ties all you want. And he was like, I want to go there. And so it took us a while to get here, and finally we were here. And when we came, it was funny, I described a place to him that doesn't quite exist anymore, because this place did a nice refurbishing job.
Yeah!
And I'm so glad we stopped in here before, like when we came to town, we stopped in here to get the keys to the house we were staying at, because if I had come in through the side door back here, as I did the last 2 times, I would have been like, what the fuck? Like, it's just all different from the picture I had in my head. I might have just passed out or something like that.
I felt the same way when I walked in. I was like, are we?
It's breathtaking. They did a really nice job in this place. And this is like a place that I kind of dream about owning one day. Like,
Studio 35.
Such a cool idea. Next time you come to one of these, it's like neat. And this place, Studio 35, is absolutely fucking wonderful.
Woo!
Come here. Did you come see the Avengers here?
Oh, hell yeah!
Watch the Avengers, man. Fantastic. Puny fucking God. Rules.
Crush! Crush!
On to your question.
I know I'm not the only one in the crowd here who is now buying their 3rd format of your movies, you know, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray of Clerks, and a lot of the other ones. This is my 5th time seeing you, so it's more money out of my pocket. I'm just wondering when you're going to go full George Lucas on us and release like Clerks in color.
Like, man, if I had a little more money, I probably could have done something. Like, I look at this and go, like, I could change this, I could shorten this. Some of these scenes are too long, some of the scenes are too short and shit. But Clerks got me here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never go back and do anything differently because everything thing that happened brought me like to this stage here tonight. So Clerks is indeed. I had made the mistake once of saying that to Jason Reitman. The director was over at our house. We were doing this morning show, and I said something about like, yeah, if I had money, like I'd do Clerks differently. He kind of put it best. He was like, no, you don't touch that, man. Clerks is like a fucking Ramones song, man. It's just like fucking like it is exactly what it needs to be. I was like, yeah, I guess you're kind of right. Anyway, back to you. Sorry.
That was really good. I just wanted to take a little shot at you. Clerk, I'll be waiting for a Clerk special edition though.
I mean, look, as long as they keep inventing ways to watch a movie, I'll keep releasing it. Be like, remember this? Black and white, not even supposed to be here today.
And Mallrats.
Waiting for that. Apparently there's a Blu-ray. Well,
not that any of us here would buy it.
They got caught up in the Blu-ray and hard, what was it, high definition DVD, HDDD war, and so now, you know, fucking Warner Brothers, Universal eventually was like, all right, fucking we'll get rid of this porno. But that movie is not high on the, like, they're just finally doing Jaws now. If they had done Mallrats for Jaws, I would have complained. So,
I would not have, but
I would have, oh my god. How many people have not seen Jaws in this room? Unbelievable, man. You have a homework assignment. Go home, masturbate, watch Jaws. This time we came, this is weird, man. This is no judgment, but it's fucked with our heads since we got here. This is fucking so strange to me. And that's saying a lot because I live with it. The house we stayed at this time, lovely house out in the middle of woodsy area and shit. Like I said, we saw deer before, just walking in the yard, and he was very into them. So while we got dropped off, way too and we were talking about the house. We were just talking about like, hey man, that house, like it's weird. It's appointed, like it seems like somebody lives here, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like somebody lives here. What's the story of this house? And for the sake, I don't know if I should say, but I won't say her name. But the lady was telling me, oh, this house is. She goes, do you really want to know? And I was like, well, when you put it like that, yeah. She's gone. This house is owned by a swinger. And I was like, this is a fuck house? Like, we're staying in a fuck house? And she's like, pretty much. Like, that's, you know, they own a swingers club, and fucking this house is their house, and people stay here, and sometimes they have parties here. It changed everything. Everything. Because everything you looked at, like, suddenly, like, she put it was beautiful. She goes, didn't you notice how many boxes of tissues were in each room? And I was like, I just thought they all had runny noses, man. And then you start looking around and you notice everything is just like, everything goes through this weird swinger fuck perspective. Like, I'm like, even the toilet goes both ways, you know, everything. And the whole time it's just been like, we keep turning to each other. I'm like, people fuck in this house. People fuck in every house, you know, really, but it kind of captured our fucking imagination at one point. They were like, the owner said, if you want to come to the club, I was like, that's cool, that's cool. Unless we could watch and jerk off, that'd be amazing. This guy was immediately...
I've been going around going... to the toilet seats, the beds, the couch. There's like a couple little benches in the middle of the room and shit.
He was like, how come there's rubber sheets on the bed? Did y'all have a good time tonight, ladies?
Yeah!
We enjoyed the fucking out being here, man. I told you a long time ago we'd come out to Studio 35 and we finally got to do it. Now, I thank you all for being here. I thank you all for giving me the opportunity to watch fucking Dogma again. I wouldn't have done that. So thank you for that. I thank my amazing fucking co-host. Give it up for Mr. Jason. Jason Mewes!